The music industry is ever changing and developing new concepts to allow for growth so that it can survive and allow artists to share their creativity accordingly. There have been many factors that have affected the industry, and it remains to be more competitive than ever, with upcoming artists competing for a chance to make it in the industry. It has seen a decrease in revenue sales over recent years due to technologies such as the internet that has increased illegal downloading along with the economic climate. Fans are engaging in different ways, which allows musicians to look at their brand from another perspective. Example: Facebook, YouTube, Twitter. The industry has become so engrossed with the internet, which has changed the industry negatively within relation to illegal downloading, but it has created a positive effect on communication. Public relations is important within the music industry, along with image, representation and promotions, allowing to build awareness, creating exposure. It's important to build awareness to engage the public, which can be done by liaising with different medias, along with using media tools to gain coverage. However, many publicists are hired to promote and represent artists, allowing for them to become exposed, but it comes at a high price. It's important for artists to get the right exposure, allowing for their music and personalities to be shared with the public so audiences can relate to them. There are many PR tools such as media releases, press releases, news releases, and so on. Social media platforms, YouTube, Twitter, MySpace are easier tools to use, as you don't have to have the writing skills that may be needed for media releases, so upcoming artists can use these tools themselves also. Many upcoming artists need to be able to promote themselves until they become established and have enough money to hire experts that have expertise in these areas. In some senses, it has become easier for bands to promote themselves to some level, as the internet has content that is easily accessible, reaching larger audiences to gain exposure and to build a fan base. Although there are many artists with the same idea, whereby there is a huge competition out there and it can be difficult to stand out from the crowd. However, networking is essential, and it's important to build and maintain relationships in the industry through fans and by people in the industry, as it opens doors. Think of your band as a brand. Marketing communications is essential to become exposed, and artists should think of themselves as a brand, as it's all about the whole package nowadays. Social media platforms allow information to be shared with the public, along with posting information about gigs and so on. It's also a way of sharing music with your fans so that they can engage. It's an incentive for people to go to your gigs to support, if you like. Although bands won't be getting money from this, they can build a fan base that will come to their live gigs and concerts, which is how bands gain their money these days, as CD sales decline due to free music content via the internet. However, there is huge competition, as there are so many competing to gain attention from such fan bases via the internet and media, for example. It's especially difficult to build relationships with fans that are loyal, and this usually takes a prolonged period of time. They can help the consistency of the band, enhancing their creativity, allowing them to share this with the world. It's important for bands, artists to feel that they're supported, as it's such a difficult industry to break through, and it takes a lot of hard work and determination, along with internal and external support from others, example managers, labels, fans, media. Illegal music downloading has had a negative impact on the industry, and it's destroying the industry. Revenue is decreasing rapidly. At least 7 million people in Britain use illegal downloading, costing the economy billions of pounds and thousands of jobs, according to a report. If England is facing such downfalls, then it is definitely going to have an effect on less developed places such as Ireland. Musicians are feeling a lack of support, and their innovation has been affected by this. Music is of economic and cultural importance, and government institutions have become involved in less developed countries such as Iceland, allowing for professionalism and growth in the sector. Government institutions have become a support to the system, raising capital and marketing their product. The Icelandic music industry is smaller, less developed and younger than the UK and Sweden, for example. It's great to see such institutions contributing, allowing for such creativeness and innovativeness to grow in countries such as this. Government bodies have power to decrease downloading in countries such as these, looking at different methods to protect digital intellectual properties and creative industries. Chief Executive Carrie Sherman of the Recording Industry Association in America stated, "This is not just about our present, it's about our future, our ability to make it in the digital age." However, Iceland has been affected by downloading as much as other countries. Illegal downloading has had a negative impact on the industry and it's destroying it. Revenue is decreasing rapidly. At least 7 million people in Britain use illegal downloading, costing the economy billions of pounds and jobs, according to a report. If England is facing such downfalls, then it is definitely going to have an effect on less developed places such as Ireland. Musicians are feeling the lack of support and their innovation has been affected by this. Music is of economic and cultural importance, and government institutions have become involved in less developed countries such as Iceland, allowing for professionalism and growth in the sector. Government institutions have become a support to the system, raising capital and marketing their product. It's great to see such institutions contributing and allowing for such creativeness and innovativeness to grow in countries such as this. Government bodies have power to decrease downloading in countries such as the UK and Ireland and America are looking at different methods to protect digital intellectual properties and creative industries. Chief Executive Carrie Sherman of the Recording Industry Association in America stated, "This is not just about our present and it is about our future, our ability to make it in the digital age." However, Iceland hasn't been affected by downloading as much as other countries. Icelandic consumers are more reluctant to make illegal copies of Icelandic music than of foreign music. The market has been split equally between foreign and domestic releases. Internet service providers will have to clamp down on downloaders as legislation has been negotiated along with legal letters they'll have to send out to clients that are caught. If they fail to carry out this agreement, there may be penalties applied. Music and technology will be working together for a new approach as they can work as partners to prevent such destruction. Paul McGuinness contributes that the digital music market's biggest failure has been cooperation, along with internet service providers that should be working as partners with the music industry to increase revenue again and to protect copyrights. The music industry is evolving all the time with the digital era that we're in. However, to ensure that it can survive, cooperation will have to be strong as internet service providers can clamp down and decrease downloading if they collaborate with the music industry, while important sees such as Carrie Sherman lead to try and change these laws in the music industry to revive it and protect copyright. Although there are many people out there that still think music should be free, but if laws are implemented and laws are enforced, then they may have no choice but to abide by this. Technology has had an impact on the way we listen to music, the way it's made and how we interact with it, allowing for the nation to have accessibility and involvement, even though illegal downloading does need to be clamped to protect the copyrights of the creative industries who work hard to allow for such greatness to be shared with the nation. Technology has enhanced how we promote music and how we get information on our favourite artists at our fingertips. Artists can share their talent at a press of a button, and if they work hard at promoting themselves, then their voice will be heard. With a lot of hard work and collaboration from industries and the public, the industry can survive through the decline of record sales and through the recession. Acts are gaining major money from live performances and festivals have allowed people to engage greatly, allowing for revenue from ticket sales and merchandise and so on.